So in this video, I'm going to guide you through a hypnotic induction, and then I'm going to follow that up with deepening your state with some guided imagery and some healing ideas around handling stress, reducing worry, and tackling anxiety. And at the end of this, you can then either just come round and awaken, or you can just allow yourself to drift off comfortably asleep. So allow yourself to get comfortable. And with this induction, all I'm going to do is ask you to look up at a spot somewhere above eye level. Find a spot above eye level that you can keep focusing back on every time your eyes are open. And all I'm going to do is count from 3 down to 1. And on the count of 1, just let your eyes close and just go inside your mind and allow yourself to go deeper into hypnosis. And then I'm going to count from 1 up to 3, and on the count of 3, you just open your eyes and look back at that spot. And then I'll count from 3 down to 1 again. You'll close your eyes and go back inside your mind and just allow yourself to become more absorbed each time you go inside. And I'm just going to do that a number of times, and then I'll end it with you closing your eyes before moving on to some guided imagery. And there's likely to be a point through this where you'll think, it's just too much effort to open my eyes, I don't really want to have to open my eyes again. When you reach that point, that's fine. Just if you think, oh, that's too much effort, just relax yourself and just keep going inside. You don't have to come out. And this is a technique that when I'm working with clients and they want to learn how to do self-hypnosis for themselves, I'll do this technique with them face to face in the session, kind of guiding them through it, saying 1, 2, 3, open your eyes, 3, 2, 1, close your eyes. And I'll do that in the session. And then during the session, I'll say, okay, now hear my voice. So while they've got their eyes closed, I'll say, now hear my voice counting up. And then they'll hear my voice in their head going 1, 2, 3. And then they'll open their eyes. And I say, now hear my voice counting down. And they'll hear my voice saying 3, 2, 1. And then they'll close their eyes and go back inside hypnosis. And so they then practice. I've done it with them first, and then they practice it themselves. And then when they go home, they've got a technique that they can use. So anytime they then want to go into hypnosis, all they have to do is get themselves comfortable, look at a spot above eye level, and hear my voice in their mind saying 3, 2, 1. And then they can go inside their mind and drift into hypnosis. And if they need to, they can hear me count out and then hear me count back in again a number of times. So it deepens the hypnosis really quickly through a process called fractionation. So if you're comfortable and ready, just hear me count. And on the count of 1, close your eyes and go deeper into hypnosis. On the count of 3, open your eyes. And then on the count of 1 again, close your eyes, go deeper into hypnosis. So 3, 2, 1, closing your eyes. And 1, 2, 3, opening your eyes. And 3, 2, 1, closing your eyes, going deeper into hypnosis. And 1, 2, 3, opening your eyes and looking back at that spot. And 3, 2, 1, closing your eyes, going deeper and deeper into hypnosis. And 1, 2, 3, opening your eyes and looking back at that spot. And 3, 2, 1, going deeper and deeper into hypnosis. Even easier, even more effortless each time. That's it. And 1, 2, 3, opening your eyes and looking back at that spot. And 3, 2, 1, all the way deeper into hypnosis. That's it, all the way deeper and deeper. More relaxed each time. With your head relaxing, shoulders relaxing, your body, your arms, your breathing, the muscles around your face, your eyes, relaxing deeper and deeper. And 1, 2, 3, and 3, 2, 1, deeper and deeper, all the way deeper and deeper. That's it. Going deeper and deeper. That's it. And 1, 2, 3, opening your eyes, and 3, 2, 1. That's it. All the way deeper and deeper. And now, with your eyes closed, as you continue to drift deeper and deeper, I don't know whether you'll go even deeper with the sound of my voice, or perhaps with the spaces between my words. I don't know whether you'll relax deeper physically first or mentally first. And as you listen to my voice, you can continue to drift and dream deeper and more comfortably. And you can have a sense of walking through some woodland. And as you walk through the woodland, so you can hear birds in the distance, the rustling of leaves in the trees, seeing the way shards of light dance around through those leaves on the path in front, the sound and feel of each footstep that you take as you walk deeper and deeper into the woods. And as you walk deeper and deeper into the woods, so you can relax deeper and deeper. And while you relax deeper and deeper, I wonder when you'll begin to notice the sound of gently flowing water, the sound of a distant stream, and you can continue to walk toward that distant stream, following that path through the woods, hearing sounds around you, seeing the different colours and textures, feeling what each footstep feels like. As you walk through the woods, feeling the breeze on your face, hearing birds in the background, rustling leaves, sounds of other animals. And after some time, the sounds of a stream can get closer and closer, and you can then find the stream and find a space on some grass under a tree to sit by that stream. And as you sit down, so you relax deeper and deeper into hypnosis. And while you relax even deeper into hypnosis, your body can continue to relax and drift and dream. And as you drift and float into hypnosis, you can watch that stream. You can notice the way the water moves, the ripples, the waves. Notice twigs flowing down the stream. Occasionally, leaves perhaps getting caught in eddies and spinning around on that stream. Gazing over the stream to the shore the other side, noticing plants, perhaps noticing butterflies flying around those plants. As you drift deeper and more relaxed, and then resting back against that tree, feeling that tree against your back, feeling the grass under your hands, under your legs, as you reach down and touch that grass and notice the coolness of the grass, the softness, that kind of tickle touch of the grass on your hands, the bubbling sound of the stream as you relax deeper and deeper. And while you relax deeper and deeper, you can allow your eyes to close as you rest by that stream and allow yourself to drift into a reverie, drift inside your mind, drifting and floating inside your mind as my voice goes with you in the background. And while my voice goes with you, so you can begin to drift deeper into that reverie. And as you drift deeper into that reverie, you can begin to notice how your mind wanders to another place, another time, and you find yourself sat beside a lake. And it's a lake with a waterfall coming down from a mountain, and you can hear the sound of that waterfall sploshing down into the lake. See the white water at the bottom of the waterfall, and you walk around that lake. And as you get near the waterfall, so you can smell that fresh watery air. And you start climbing up a path next to the waterfall. Start climbing up into the mountain. And you climb up to the height of the waterfall and notice a river weaving its way around this mountain with many waterfalls as the water moves around the mountain and then drops down a waterfall and then moves along slowly again before dropping down another waterfall, and continues that down the mountain. And you continue climbing up alongside that river, alongside that water that's flowing down the mountain. And as you climb, so the landscape begins to change. You begin to notice more snow on this mountain. And as you walk onto the snowy part of the mountain, so you notice how your footsteps change how they sound, and how each step feels different when you're walking through the snow compared to when you are walking on different surface. And you notice now as you go higher into the mountain how along the edge of the waterfall, along the edge of this water and where the water flows down and where the many waterfalls are, you can see icicles and water dripping off those icicles, as the water around the edge of the waterfalls and the water along the edge of the flowing water down the mountain freezes and drips and looks so clear and pure, and you continue climbing higher into the mountain. And after some time you find a cave, and you decide to go into that cave, and you light a little campfire. You settle down by that campfire just in the entrance to the cave, and you're gazing out from the mountain over that forest below, over the lake down there, looking at how far you've come, all that struggling to get up to this point, and how you can now look over it all and feel a sense of achievement and wonder at the view. And then you sit back against the wall of the cave and begin to relax deeper and deeper in that cave, gazing at the way the fire makes shadows flicker and dance on the walls, the crackling sound of the fire, and how relaxing it feels to be around a campfire, watching dancing shadows as the sun sets outside the cave and the sky changes from blue to oranges and reds, and gradually a dark blue starts rising the other side. And you notice more and more stars as the sun sets, and the way the moon looks as it passes across the sky. And as the moon passes across the sky, so you comfortably begin to drift off asleep. And while you comfortably begin to drift off asleep, you begin to drift into a dream. And as you drift into a dream, you find yourself walking through an echoey art gallery. And as you notice the way each footstep echoes as you walk through that art gallery, you take time to look at one painting and then another painting and then another painting, before settling on a painting that's huge, that fills the whole wall of a room. And you walk up to that painting to get a closer look. And it's a painting of a cliff edge overlooking a rough sea on a stormy day. And you gaze at that painting, and you look closer and closer, and you get closer and closer to the painting. And then as you get closer and closer, you seem to get drawn into the painting, and you find yourself standing on that cliff edge, gazing out over a rough sea, seeing a storm off in the distance, the occasional lightning strike on the horizon, that very, very, very faint rumble of thunder in the distance from a storm that's miles and miles away. And you stand in awe at the beauty of that storm on the horizon, of the size of the waves below, while here on the cliff feels so calm and relaxed, with the fresh air, the breeze, like the storm is all the way over there and you're all the way over here. And you just stand and you watch as that storm passes by. And you can see the beauty, the strength of that storm. You can see the way the waves are rough because of that storm all the way out there. And yet where you're standing is calm and peaceful. You're just an observer on the storm. And a part of you deeply learns from watching that storm out there, from watching the way the waves interact, the size of the waves, the movement of the waves. And you find a bench on this cliff and you sit down on that bench, continuing to gaze out as that storm passes by. And as you look around, you look over and you see a lighthouse beaming its beam out into the ocean, alerting people of the shoreline. And you just watch that hypnotic rhythm of that light turning around and around and around, with that spotlight of focus moving around the ocean. And you can hear some sounds of seagulls and the sounds of the waves below. And as that storm disappears over the horizon, you notice how the waves begin to calm down. And while the waves begin to calm down, so you stand up from that bench, turn around and walk along the cliff, walking away from the edge towards some woodland, and you wander into that woodland, and you explore the sounds of the woodland as you walk deeper and deeper into the woodland. And as you walk deeper and deeper, you can feel each footstep, hear sounds, notice the movement of trees and the leaves as you follow a path deeper and deeper. And you find a tree in this woodland and decide to climb that tree just a little way up to a branch. You relax back on that branch and you close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, you start to listen. You start to listen out for specific bird sounds. And then you try and work out in your mind where those birds are within the woodland. You try and pinpoint them in space around you. You try and focus on the song of each individual bird, and helping you to manage your attention and calm yourself down deeper. And you know this whole experience is a learning experience, a deep and profound learning experience. And you listen to the different birds, and you're also aware in the background of rustling leaves as you relax on that branch. And then after a while, when you feel deeply calm and relaxed, you climb down from the tree and continue your journey. And you see a tree that appears to have a bit of a glow to it. So you walk over curiously to that tree. You run your hands around the bark of the tree, feeling that bark under your fingertips. And as your fingertips run around that bark, they seem to touch a part of the bark that opens a door into the tree. And so, with curiosity, you start to go into that door. You notice 20 steps. And so you walk down step 20, 19, 18, 17, down a spiral staircase inside that tree, going deeper and deeper under the tree. 16, 15, 14, going deeper and more absorbed with each step. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, deeper and deeper under the tree. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the bottom step, and you step off that step and you see a door in front of you, and with curiosity you open that door and find yourself in a room, and in the middle of that room you see a book on a stand, and you walk over to that book. You open that book and you read the first page. And you notice this book has some deep meaning. You just don't know consciously what that meaning is. You just have that feeling like this is meaningful. Like somehow this is teaching you something. And you open the second page, the third page, and you read through that book, almost like you're in a meditative state. Like consciously you're not even paying attention, yet unconsciously you're just gazing at the pages and somehow taking in the information and understanding a connection between you and the information on these pages. And you keep turning those pages. And then when you reach the last page, you turn the last page. And you see a mirror on the back page. And you see yourself in the mirror. And then you turn that last page, the back cover of the book. And as you see yourself in the mirror, you feel like somehow you're closing yourself in this book. And as you turn the last page, so it seems to trigger movement in this room. And you hear the sound of a sliding stone door. And you look around you and you see a door sliding open, like a stone wall sliding open. You walk through that door. And on the other side of the door is a tunnel. And you follow that tunnel deeper and deeper under this tree. And as you follow that tunnel deeper and deeper, you end up coming out into what looks like a vast underground world that seems to be lit as if there's sunlight, despite the fact you know you're deep underground. That looks like paradise. Looks like a utopia, like the perfect place to spend time. There's plants and animals. And everything seems so perfect, and you walk out into that land. And you feel happiness. You feel a sense of awe, a sense of wonder. A sense of pride, to a level where you almost feel like you could tear up at how perfect this place is. And you explore this underground land, taking your time to deeply explore this underground land. And you drift and dream in this underground land, noticing what you can see and hear and feel, and finding something new everywhere you look. And you take as long as you want to explore this underground land, knowing that when you're ready and you've explored as much as you want, you'll find your way back from this underground land. You'll find your way back to that tree. You'll find your way back to that cliff edge. And then you'll find your way back into the museum, into the art gallery, and you'll find your way through the art gallery and find your way back to being in the cave, to walking down the mountain, to being back in the forest. You'll find your way all the way back, either all the way back to a deep and comfortable sleep, or all the way back to wakeful awareness. But you'll only do that when the time is right for you. And for now, you explore. You might even decide to find the lake and sit by the lake and drift and dream, maybe relaxing, maybe reading a book by the lake, maybe going out on a boat on the lake, perhaps climbing up one of the hills and looking over the land. You'll explore in your own way, taking as long as you want. And it can feel like as long as you spend here. You know, something interesting is that in hypnotic time, you can experience a lifetime in just a few minutes of real world time, or find that in just a few minutes of real world time, a whole lifetime of experiences have passed by. And so every time you come to this land, you can explore it fully and unconsciously, and just spend as long as you want here learning, developing insights, and healing yourself deeply through your mind and body, right down to your cells within you. And you can spend as long as you want here before drifting even more comfortably asleep or arousing and waking up in your own time.